Hmm. Well, hello everyone. Um, it is a Saturday stream, a good evening Saturday stream. And as I said last time, I'm continuing my work on the map for a new Quake, a Rotten Gem. No surprises here. just more level design work. Well, let's just start right into the action. I did a few things outside of the stream that I guess I'll catch you up with. You have the game stream? Yeah, you do. Okay. Alright. So, about the beginning, I think I more or less figure out how I want the game sort of to start and what is kind of like the final area looks like, right? The finale or like the ending, how we get there, I guess, the progression. So we have this like giant construction with a ramp, a big ramp that leads somewhere. You don't know exactly where, but it leads somewhere, right? So the idea is that I'll need to rotate it. We'll just set up a little bit with the grenade launcher and zombies. Kill guys. So the idea is basically begin with a grenade launcher somewhere here, right in front of us. We pick it up, it'll kill a bunch of zombies. Wow, that was... Yeah, I guess it was a terrain having a funky collision with a grenade. But anyway, yeah, we kill the zombies, we get grenade launcher. And then, right in front of us, like literally in our face, there is a ramp. That is not necessarily where the player will go. There's still lots of options. And I can try to demonstrate a little bit with geometry. But still, this is very explicit, right? Kinda presentation of where you might go. And if they decide to go this way, they go up, and eventually hit a gate. A gate that requires a key to unlock. So this is their first gate. They can't really do anything else around it, and so there's another bit of a suggestion, but now it's again very broad strokes, that sort of helps to orientate player toward their next goal, which is our base area, which will contain the key. And so we get to the base area, get the key. We do some backtracking, return, open the gate. Not really walkable for now. Just giant cubes. Progress forward, and eventually hit another gate. But now this is a gate that requires a second key from the medieval area, right? That I was blocking out and working on last time. And you can even recognize the area that I worked on. But this is just we're looking at from below, really from below. So I decided to separate those. So here we have the players encounters the second gate, and again a bit of a suggestion. I decided to kind of utilize these flying buttresses again. But as a way down, basically to the next area, right? That contains the key, the medieval area. And then when we get the key, the second one, we can go back, open the gate, and finally reach the conclusion of the level. Something like that. So you can see like the progression changed. Quite fundamentally. It's no longer one gate. It's no longer some kind of like final arena, or like it's just one area, dedicated area to one setting. I decided to separate those. Yeah, this is basically how I kind of see it for now, like the overall progression. Um, what else is new? Did a bit of work on the deal area. Added the entrance to this, I guess you can maybe call it even a district. Some bit of a open world design terminology here. And you're kind of greeted with the archers that sort of protect this this area from strangers, you can say. And I've been thinking about these guys, the corpses, that I was really into them, really like them. Guess you can really see well up close. That's interesting silhouette. But I'm not sure I want to use these corpses on the crosses actually. I think that's a little bit on the nose. And I think prefer like the crosses to be just crosses basically, without any additional gore attached to them. I think their image is more evocative, just like that. But I still want to use corpses. So I decided maybe to repurpose them a little bit and kind of sort of highlight or like add to the theme of this like a separate area that is controlled by like a separate faction, right? And to sort of kind of move into the sort of idea of that these guys, right, that hold this place, they put up a lot of warning on their walls, right, on the entrance for other people, to instill fear in their enemies or something like this. These people, they're pretty violent. They hang corpses on their walls and stuff like that. Which I think fits pretty well, right, for a medieval kind of faction. It consists of different like ogres and knights. Yeah, so anyway, this is this entrance. There's a poor knight that I just put him here. Probably won't be here in the end. Here we enter some kind of courtyard. Here there's a bunch of archers. We have this big courtyard space that I'm not really sure how I want it to play out. There are still a bunch of guys that attack you from the beginning, but can't say I am fan of this setup. Probably change it up a little bit. We'll see. So there is a courtyard space. You can run around and explore. There's a building, very unsuspicious. Oh, these guys are decided to attack me early. They're not supposed to do that. But anyway, yeah, there is a building that you can't enter yet. Yep. So after exploration, there's a second level to this whole area. Okay. Into. And as we progress further forward, there's kind of a bit of an ambush encounter with knights and ogres. Pretty standard setup is we have to do some priority, you know, target prioritization. Be careful with knights also, like focusing on knights while avoiding damage from the ogre, for example. There's some exploration area here maybe that has some goodies. Anyway, we progress further, go up to the tower, take the second one. And so here we have an opening that reveals us, that lets us access this building's roof. And if you decide to get on this roof, you will see that there is actually a hole that you can get through. And inside the building there's a bunch of guys, kind of chilling in front of a very, very nice item. In this case, it is, I think it's red armor. It is, the lighting kinda a bit awkward here since it's blends. But yeah, so this is the encounter that the player can engage on their own terms. Right, sort of. I providing a bit of a variety of what kind of combat scenarios players move. Right, there are ambush, more typical, I guess, Quake ambush encounters, and then there are more encounters that allow players to sort of engage, in combat with combat on their own terms. Look around, do some planning, think about how they want to do this. This door can be open now because we ended up on the other side. Maybe they wants to spend some grenades on these guys to kill them quickly. Or maybe they want to get those enemies outside the courtyard and fight them on the more favorable terms. So this is optional. Take the house. Yeah, that was red armor, alright. Now we can get back, do some backtracking. Go up and up. So a bit of a focus, like we talked last time, on a vertical progression, right? On a vertical reversal, so to provide some nice contrast toward to all kind of like a main hub space, right? The beach that we move through. I kind of like this, how sort of vertigo, I guess, instilling this particular spot is as you reach the top, right? It's you got pretty high actually, and the platforms you have to navigate are gonna get smaller and smaller, so you have to be careful. Ambush. We need to put more ammo just for the playtesting. And yeah, we get to the first tower again. And from this, you can get to the roof of the cathedral. Yeah, this is basically the whole, I guess you can call it like a fort, a courtyard area. Not very challenging. I don't really... More of a space that is focused on exploration, I would say. Since there will be a lot of combat in the cathedral, right? And here I updated just a little bit the encounter on the roof with gargoyles. But the way I see it for now is there is an item in the center. Not sure if it's armor, probably not armor. That, when the player will pick up, will basically trigger the whole encounter. The thing is that it's pretty obvious, right, for the player what's going to happen. Once you get inside, see these guys, right? You understand what's going to happen. Like the moment you pick up this item, the gargoyles will become alive and attack you. So I decided to play it with these expectations, just a little bit. And so what I decided to do for now is that I cannot pick this armor up. That's just funny because I'm full. Yeah, I guess it's like another reason why maybe this armor is not very good item for there. Okay, let me just restart. I was low on ammo either way. Hmm. These guys have the crossbow, and they have a pretty big range. Okay, anyway, yeah, pick up the item, right? And as you expect, the gargoyles, or rather the first wave of gargoyles, attacks us actually from the above, which is a bit tricky since the player can get hits, a bunch of hits before they realize that this is where the enemy is coming from, right? Which is not an enjoyable experience. So yeah, I'm still not sure. I'll probably change the direction of the first wave spawn. And so the first pack of gargoyles actually spawns above us. And as the player deals with them, there is a counter that eventually spawns the rest of the gargoyles, right? So I ran out of ammo. Yeah, I did. Yep. So yeah, and then the rest of the gargoyles wake up, and then we kill everyone. We proceed to the bottom. These guys. Also, I've fixed the order. I had just an old Quake version. So yeah, this is basically kind of the way I see the encounter on the roofs as gargoyles. Just a bit of a messing and playing around players' expectations, sort of. The funny thing is how there are lots of gargoyles, right? But it's very easy to dodge their attacks, really, if you just move around. So I don't know how it's perceived on the stream when you see this amount of enemies attacking you. But it's not very difficult, really. So basically, yeah, that was it. And yeah, this is kind of how I see the whole medieval area for now. I don't really want to add anything to it. Well, actually, no, I want to add one area. Maybe like one optional area that requires maybe like a blue key, right? That we reach at the end of the cathedral. To, to incentivize the player to get back into the courtyard and open it. But yeah, that's not on a critical sort of, not on a high priority list for me. Oh yeah, another thing that I added, I was thinking about how I'm going to feel the beach area, basically, right? Since the idea that the beach area contains most of the weapons, right? To incentivize this exploration. And in general, just like other items. So kind of you basically gear up before you get into this like medieval district or base district. So I decided to maybe some of the items could be connected, to the progression of those districts, or like progression of acquiring keys. Like for example, maybe silver key. I think it was. Is it not blue key? Really? Anyway, and so one of the ideas that came to my mind is that maybe there can be like a weapon that is locked behind silver or like orange or the gold key. But in this case, I kind of decided just to, to do a bit of a joke, I guess, a bit of a jokes it up in the sense that since the player will go, primary like direction of movement will be right from the left to right, right? They will go either from this way, either from that way. But if you actually run around in this tower, there is a hole that allows you to grab. In this case, it's a super nail gun right from the get-go, so you don't really need to key for this one. Yeah, it was one of those moments when you do the setup and giggle a little bit, you know. And the funny thing about it that I like a lot, and the moment you get the key, right? Where are you? You get the key here, and get back. You find this tower, right? You open it, and you see there's actually a hole behind it. And you feel a bit of a fool, you know? That you're actually realizing that, oh man, I could just move behind. Anyway. Just little funsies, you know? Let's get back to important stuff, which is the base area. So the base area, I've been thinking about it, and the idea that I kind of want to try out today is we talked about about providing a contrast, right, between the areas like the districts, base, medieval, with a beach, right? And one simple way to do it is to focus on the vertical movement, right? On the vertical combat. But another thing that also kind of comes very naturally is how is contrast in scale spaces, right? So beach area is basically one big open outdoor area. So what you can do, and I think you should do, is to make one of the encounters, so like one of the spaces in the districts. I'm just calling them districts, I guess, at this point. Very small, very narrow, maybe even claustrophobic. So let's write it down. So we have a base area, right? Is small, narrow, maybe even. Oh man, I don't know how to write this. Claustrophobic. Wait a second. How do you... Claustrophobic? I guess, I don't know. That works for me. That's one thing. Since medieval district doesn't really feature this kind of spaces, right? It's really just focus like the courtyard. It's just one big open space. There are rooms, sure, that there are small indoor rooms, I guess. You move through towers, maybe. But overall, like the main feeling, right? The main sort of experience of this is just big space that you move through vertically, right? By climbing the towers. Same thing with cathedral. You're fighting on the roof, and then you're fighting inside the main hall. So it's pretty open, pretty big still. So but there's lots of verticality, right? At least in the courtyard. So I think it makes just total sense to go for a smaller scale with a base district. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing that we wrote down last Thursday, is maybe having some underwater traversal, maybe like even underwater combat sequence, right? Since medieval area didn't actually end up having any of underwater gameplay, I think it also makes sense to move it maybe into base area. Also have moving geometry. I'm not sure about moving geometry yet. But I think that's like a good foundation. Small, narrow spaces, and underwater, right? And this is where basically it's going to be located, basically on the other side of the beach. Let's make a layer for this. Not the best naming, but I'll roll with it. Yeah, let's say this will be our foundation, right? I'm kind of want to keep sort of moving maybe forward this sort of playing, you know, with player sort of expectations theme. Right, we already have actually one of the sort of suggestions for this Quake jam is to use breakables or like incorporate breakables. And we kind of did this, right? Well, not kind of, we did this already with the cathedral, or how rather the progression is done from roof to the bottom to the hole, right? It's basically a breakable floor that crumbles under you the moment you enter it. And since it is suggested in the Quake jam, maybe you should lean toward this a little bit more. And maybe we can do something different, right, in comparison to the medieval area, right? Or let's say maybe courtyard area that is basically more or less like a standard Quake space, or like a Quake combat space. Combat / exploration. Maybe we can introduce the underwater gameplay as a sort of as a surprise, you know, as a twist, pretty much. Like you enter this area, this building, let's say, right? And you think that you know, maybe in the end, right, when you get into the building, it's like a corridor. Or you probably fight some people first, right? You give a taste, right? A false taste of fight. Let's say it's here. That's basically our first encounter, pretty much. Pretty standard stuff, maybe like with enforcers. I'll put this then after think about what kind of cards we can do. And then after we fight, we open up to the corridor, right? And in the end of the corridor we see the key, for example. Right, very clear sort of end goal, right? That we want to reach. And the moment we tap, right, in the middle of the corridor, it collapses under us, and we fall, you know, into underwater, basically. Sequence on some basement level, right? And now we have to deal with that. Now that I think about it, I'm just repeating myself. actually, because I did very similar setup in one of my maps. Which I don't like. I don't really like the repetition, even if it's across different maps. So in that map, the player gets into the area, right? Let me actually. I think I can pull it on YouTube because I still kind of want to do that, but I just maybe something, a bit of a different setup, you know. What it's called? Is it Betrays, right? Okay, let me show you on the stream. Yeah, this is a map that I did. You can recognize the just from the fog again. So yeah, you have this. God, I love Mac on textures. But yeah, you have this corridor. There's a rocket launcher on one end, right? So as you enter it, you move forward, you fall right into water, and now into this sort of a maze-like area, filled with zombies. Very confusing. And you have like these pockets of air that you can find and get some, restore some, you know, oxygen to progress. I definitely I don't want to do the same thing, right? It is one of the reasons why I do jams is just to like try to throw different shit, you know, in the wall. So what I'm thinking now is maybe just remove all the air pockets altogether. Just like focus on just like one, you know, very tense run through the, you know, this water-filled, small, and again claustrophobic corridors or tunnels, rather, I guess. Being constantly on the edge, thinking that like when it's going to end, when I'm going to get out, right? Because my oxygen will run out soon. Maybe do something like that. But what about the enemies? What about the enemies? You can't use zombies, because there are zombies in this one. That's for sure. That can't be fish. A bit of a... I don't know. I've been thinking about the fish. It's so just... It's predictable. I don't know. It's just... Now you have an underwater area and there are fish. There are fishes in it. It just... I don't know, there's something super unsatisfying about it for me. Also, just yeah, this maze turned out to be really a maze, or rather the maze, since everything looks similar, right? Everything looks similar. Yeah, this is my favorite part: fighting two chamblers underwater. Um. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Let's just do one continuous, underwater basically sequence without any air pockets. You just get into it, you panic, you try to get out, and right in the end, when you think you're going to drown, you get out finally, something like that, Um, and which will means it will be should be linear or like very. I'm not sure if I want to do it. I don't think I want to do a maze, but I definitely want to make it hard to navigate. I think, yeah, it should be maybe like a linear. Underwater run, timer. Run. Yeah, that's not really helpful actually. But anyway, I'll do it like that. Not sure about enemies still, but so maybe it's time to actually pull some enemies, right? To get some ideas. So we have what kind of base enemies? We have our basic grunts. Love them. Our hitscan dudes. Arcane Dimension has actually lots of different enemies, like variations, right? There is grenade launcher grunts, there is a plasma grunts, there is a rocket grunts. And since I'm using, when I like work in the mods Arcane Dimension, I'm kind of leaning toward sort of to the side of highlighting the like unique content of the mod, right? Which means using enemies that are just like non-vanilla, like exclusive for Arcane Dimensions. So definitely, let's kind of just do it immediately and just say no grunts, not the vanilla grunts. You have Centaurian, which is like a flying guy. I'm really sure I want a flying guy. We have a flying, like a combat with flying enemies with gargoyles already. We have Eliminator. Actually, I don't remember what this guy does. I guess he's like an enforcer, but with plasma? I mean, wait a second. Enforcer has plasma already. Yeah. I don't remember what this one does. There's Enforcer. I really like Enforcer sprite, like the head, the helmet. Like this. How you can see only like a sort of like a half of his face. And the only eye that you can see he's glowing red. That's pretty cool. Like, look at this, for example, guy, in comparison. Yeah, this one just looks goofy. This one's actually menacing. Unfortunately, yeah, let's say we're not using Enforcer. There is a Freddy, which I think is it from Quake 2 actually? I don't remember. Freddy has, I think, just like a super nano gun or something, right? They were very, very cute. Floyd. Fumigator is like a flamethrower guy. I kind of like. Also Pyro. assume they're just, yeah, they're the same, I guess, like have different yes, I'm not sure what the difference between their attacks. Is it Scorpion? Is it a Robo Scorpion? No, just a normal Scorpion. Denied then. I really want to use this guy. I really love these robots. Just very chunky, very blocky design. Definitely digging it. There is Sentinel, which is just a flying enemy again. Let's just make them spawn flags. Start off, yeah. So they wouldn't spawn. After that, we do have. Yeah, that looks pretty much it. It is also this guy. Just I like their names. Jim. Does he look like a Jim to you? I guess. Wait a second, I think they're underwater guys, right? Am I not hallucinating it? But I remember there were some enemies that were like a humanoid, like these guys that could like swim underwater or something. Maybe I'm thinking about different mode. I think one of the modes has, maybe it's probably different mode that has this enemy. All right. So if the idea of the underwater sequence is just very tense, right? Escape, basically. I guess escape. Yeah, that's much better word for it. Like underwater escape sequence. Yeah, underwater escape. But the enemies should be pretty much more just like it's just like an obstacle, right? That's that don't really. It's not about like a proper combat encounter, right? It's more about just kind of like obstacles that you have to get rid of. Since this is underwater. Yeah, I guess I'll just start blocking this stuff out, and then we'll see. And it's been It's been an hour, almost an hour already. And this is what I've done. Love that. Love this stuff. So yeah, okay, we need some kind of entrance, right? We need some kind of entrance, some kind of first encounter. Yeah, a bunch of grunts sounds like a good plan, right? Maybe like a plasma grunt. There's an eliminator. I'm really curious what eliminator does, right? So yeah, let's say we have some sort of range encounter. Which kind of overlaps with crossbow enemies, right? That we face in the courtyard, which makes me kind of lean, I guess, in the medieval area in the courtyard list. A little bit more toward encounters with knights, right? To differentiate between these two. Okay, so we have a range encounter, right? We have some kind of entrance. Let's see what kind of texture I want to use. I went brown last time for medieval. I would kind of go for the green for these instead of kind of like secondary areas that are scattered across the beach. Yes, I'm kind of tempted just to go for this blue. Yeah, let's just go with the blue. Kind of thinking about introducing water, actually maybe in the first encounter even. So maybe let's say we have this room. We have it's kind of like elevated level where the enemies are, and the rest is filled with water. So when we get in, we fall into the water. Right in the water, the player is less mobile, right? They're more vulnerable to attacks. And when we get in, this is when these guys attack us, right? And so we're kind of, yeah, I'm not sure. It might be a bit tricky, actually. That might be a bit tricky to fight a bunch of guys like that, but I'm kind of interested. So let's just do it. So maybe let's say we have something like this, right? So where the player comes in, starts, they have to get into the water, and where this is when the guys ambush them, the dudes. I kind of like this as a sort of the foreshadowing, and it makes sense if, I guess, if like this building is also kind of like synced, right? Half synced to something similar to Cathedral, I guess, right? Even to greater, even I can say to the greater degree than Cathedral. Yeah, we can even just like even to sort of highlight the like the theme of this building sort of being all like collapsed and synced again. I guess let's say there was a room, right? And the room had like a before it had like a maybe like a bridge. Or there was a floor, but then it collapsed, and they have like what's left of it, something like this, right? Hmm. Let's clear these two plots since we need a lot of space, right? Beneath. There's another ceiling. Hmm. This room. We have the quarter, the key. And so somewhere we come out somewhere from the left or right side, right? And then we can go back maybe? Just think about the exit a little bit. Okay, so half this corridor is the key of this room. Oh, they started off already. Let's say the target name for the base and let's make sure that they agree the moment they start the spawn. And we have trigger. That targets these guys. Yeah, the water actually needs to be a bit low, right? So I wouldn't be able to reach them. Is it good enough? Or like, get back, right, basically. Should be, I think. Alright, let's check it out. How tough we have to fight them in the water. Get inside. Enemies. Yeah, that's not actually we're not. Yeah, it's not deep enough. Not deep enough at all. Oh, there's actually this water clips with this one. How bad it is? Like, I have. What happens when two like volumes of water clips to each other like that? Probably nothing good. But let's remove it like that, right? Yeah, that looks deep enough. Also, I think the distances were a little bit close. These guys, they kind of felt uncomfortable fighting with me, so let's say I will move everything closer like that. Yeah, that sounds better. Check it out. Oh no, I still can get. I can go back. Alright. So I think the third guy didn't spawn, right? I think he died on spawn because he was too close. Huh? We could end one more. So maybe from the other sides too? Yeah, let's see if I go down this way. Actually, before that. But the way up should be here, I think, right? Since we need to be able to get on the other side, something like this, maybe. But if we just go forward, right? It'll be a bit risky to do that. Kind of like try to get out immediately, right in the face of the enemies. So let's see. Dodging, yeah. Actually, I'm still pretty quick. And even in the water. So I guess, actually, let's see if I try to fight them underwater, like actually going under. Right. Yeah, it's very easy to just strafe left and right. I have no idea what's the difference between them and enforcers. They look like enforcers. But if I go down, they can't shoot me? When I'm underwater? Ah, that's interesting. Oh man, that's kind of makes me think about what if I let the like, oh, there is like so many of them that you just, I guess it's just like interesting, like just an evasion option, right? You're like, whoop, change position, came out, go down, change position again, attack from a different position, go down. That's kind of funny. And then you go up, right? Ah, yeah, there is something to it. Kind of like it. I guess like another thing that we could play around with is that to give a player like some sort of route, you know, to underwater, you know, to be able to flank enemies, right? Like, can I get back? No, I can't go back. Alright, so this is like one-way drop down basically. Here's a key. Here we fall down. Okay. Yeah, alright, alright. There is definitely something here. And I can't jump across. Yeah, that's a good distance too. I guess one thing that I definitely will need to do some lighting, since you cannot see it as a water at all. There's actually, I don't know, maybe it's not a bad thing, right? You kind of, oh yeah, I don't know. Is this a bad thing? That the water is very visually ambiguous here, right? It's kind of just looks like a floor. And so you can imagine the player entering this room and kind of like, oh wait a second, why? There's like a one way down, there's like a floor here, and then we go down, there's actually, that's water. Kinda like it. So even if I do some light pass and add some lighting, it'll be very, very, spot-like, and not in the whole room, sort of. That's for sure. Okay. But the problem is, the question is, I wonder how intuitive this, like for the Quake players, like your typical Quake player, right? When they jump into this water, is it a common knowledge that when you're underwater, enemies can shoot you? Will it be something that they will try to do immediately? Or there's a chance that they'll just like try to fight? Because actually, the issue that kind of I'm disappointed a little bit that I'm still pretty quick. Like, it's not hard to strafe, right? And like in comparison to, yeah, like I'm faster, I guess, on ground, but it's still not. Actually, I don't know, is it even faster? No, I mean, is it even slower? Kind of hard to say. It would be kind of, I don't know. The one thing that also disappoints is how, since enemies can't shoot me when I'm on the ground underwater, like I won't get those moments, like really nice moments. I think that Half-Life 2 has, like in the beginning level, I believe, where you're underwater and enemies shoot you and you see like the trails like piercing through the water, right? That's always just nice visuals, very nice kind of like cinematic experience to it. Also, I don't know, maybe there is like some kind of property that I can tweak for that. Now look at damage from that. I don't think that's it. Oh, you can turn these guys into just stationary turrets. That's actually kind of helpful. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's something that you can. Yeah, let's try to add the like the flank route to the underwater. This through here. So you can get like behind them, like this. I'm not sure if they won't spot me, but let's try it. And then I guess I make this part a bit lower, right? So the player can actually get in. I hate when the checkers don't align textures. Super annoying. Look it. Actually, I don't even need this. Kind of like a platform, right? Yeah, no, I can't do this. I need to fix it. I need to make sure that like the grids, the size of the grid is actually the same for the walls and for the floor. It's well, not really actually, but somehow a little bit, just a little bit. One of the things that I like still struggle, you know, during this phase, right, of first iterations of a blockout, when you just everything should be just quick and dirty, right? But you still, as you work, you just I don't know. At least I end up in those like little things of like tweaking that everything is snapped well, that like the checker texture aligns with other geometries, you know, texture as well too. It's just so easy just kind of for me to end up doing and wasting time on this, you know. Super annoying. Like I shouldn't care about how it's aligned, but kinda do. Kinda do. I might need to put some breadcrumb, maybe like a lighting. Let's put something like it's like some spikes maybe. Okay, I know else. Just something to attract players' attention if they get down, you know. Yeah, so it's a bit of a that you can still fight if you want, just by dodging and strafing the projectiles is an option. But if you want, get behind and flank the enemies, right? The grouping is a bit awkward since you kind of get behind. I mean, they all will group, they will clump together in the middle, right? So it's we'll see. And maybe I need to put some lighting, you know, just some. Maybe for not for this place, just to have it, you know. Maybe move into the layer and check it out. Let's see. That's just a very smart, small point light. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, that's super obvious actually. Like the way that you can get, there's like, you literally can see that there's like a passage. Well, I guess not super clearly, but you can see that there's like a way around. So it might be a little bit too obvious. Yeah, and you can't really these guys. Yeah, that's that didn't really work out. Oh, why? What the fuck? Why are you here? Huh? Why did that guy run that way? That's weird. Oh, something happened? What? What was that? I think it was like some kind of notification on Twitch, but nothing showed up. I feel like one of my windows obstructing it, maybe. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce it. Staff. Staff. SK Rams. I'm sorry. That's a pretty tough one for me. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for the follow. And let me put alert box just above everything else, so I wouldn't miss it next time. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Appreciate the follow. All right. So yeah, that's the flank route didn't work out. These guys are very good at following the player, right? Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, let's. I don't know. Let's try it again. I just. Wonder if I can somehow. Make them lose me? Like, if you, I don't know, there is a passive state, right, that I can trigger for these guys. I'm definitely thinking about some scripting that is just not very good. This kind of scenario. Okay, so these guys are shooting at me. Get down. Yeah. I still can use this these areas, right, for some exploration purposes at the very least. Yeah, the flanking unfortunately doesn't work. It's sad. Sedge. A real sedge. I can just put some fishes to bite players' ass, you know? How did I think about it? And so, yeah, I don't know, maybe there's like two different planes that you have to find along, you know, like oh my god, what's cause and effect, right? This level, the famous level from Titanfall 2, where you like switch between two, oh my god, timelines, right, of the same area. It's kind of the same thing, sort of, except there's like we can fight the guys, right, on the platform, right, or you can go down and fight fishes underwater, since it will be like a very separate, basically, fight, right? Since these guys can't really shoot you, and fishes can't touch you still, right? Actually, just let me put some stuff, just some fishes. I don't know how easy it is to kill them. Also, they'll probably try to swim toward me right the moment I even just enter the room, right? I think. I'm not sure how the aggro works. Yeah, these guys are peace picking. Also, it's very, yeah, they're kind of clumped together. The space maybe is a bit small for the amount of enemies, right? And it's very easy to them just start shooting each other and like killing each other. Triggering in fighting that I'm not sure I want them to trigger. Also, now you can just look around. Well, no, the way, actually, yeah, I guess it's... Since when I jump into the water, right, I immediately get underwater, right? I descend, so I can see fishes around me. Okay, yeah, I don't know, I'm kinda digging this, you know, how there's a visual ambiguity in regard to whether it's water or not, right? And so the moment player falls, they will probably be surprised. They'll come up with something that, you know, they didn't expect, right? This is not really how water looks in Quake usually. This, you don't really expect it, right? It to look like that. And then the moment they fall, they get attacked by like swarm of fishes. Except fishes are very weak enemies, right? They're kind of like gaunts that's on the cathedral roof, right? And it's it's very easy to kill them. But then the moment they go up, they realize actually, oh yeah, there are also enemies above shooting at me. And I think I need to put some guys maybe up here, right? From sort of like attack player with different sides, which can be, it's maybe a bit tricky, right? But definitely this just like this one central area is small, pretty small for that. Yeah. And I think I can just feel this. These piranhas that are ready to bite the player. And I can move this, right, to give these guys more space. And add, yeah, land a bunch of enemies on this side too. Maybe like somewhere here, right, to be more sort of more line of sight of the player at the fight, right? This way, these guys on the right, they'll be kind of still more or less noticeable, right? It'll be for the player. So it's but then of course if you it's just still a bit of a wishful thinking, right? Since if the player like emerges like that, well, and they're just gonna hit in the back. Can't really control that. Maybe I can remove one. Too many. I guess to kind of like, again, to direct, to be like, to be more sure. The guy just kind of looks silly. It's just like, what is going on? All these species. I can kind of like place all these guys, right? Sort of from one direction, right? And so again, sort of to make kind of increase the odds of the player sort of shooting this, right? All the enemies up here, and then when they go up, actually it is kind of funny, right? It's like the timing for the oxygen to deplete as you underwater. It's not that long, right? So there might be these situations emerge when the player takes too much. If you take too much time killing these guys, you run out of oxygen, you have to go out and expose yourself because these guys shooting at you. So you have to like, and you'll become extra vulnerable. So you have fishes after going after you, and you have also these enforcers shooting at you. So you have to be like sort of like very efficient at killing them as quick as possible. But I don't know, the problem is there's a good chance the player won't even realize this guy spawned, right? Because when the player goes down, they won't see the grunts and like enforcers spawning. They will hear it, but will they? Will they hear it? And if they won't, and if that's like there's some possibility for quite frustrating experience, right? Since if you didn't realize this guy is spawned up here, and you emerge and you get shot in the face, you're just like, wait, what happened? When did these guys come from? So I kind of have to block this, right? Make sure that the player jumps like that. Yeah. Okay, it's testing time. Yeah, that I kind of. If you're not, I killed them using super shotgun, right? If I was less efficient, there was a good chance I would start droning, right? During the fight. Also, it's kind of cool. It was a nice coincidence how that guy just like very nicely, you know, came out when I killed those. Sort of like, oh yeah, now it's my time to shine. You know, kind of like situation. Yeah, I'm not sure why he was struggling there. Like he's supposed to spawn angry, right? Oh, I guess he couldn't. Maybe what messed him up a little bit is the fact that he couldn't attack me while I was underwater, right? Also, I kind of don't like how it has these guys all just clump in this spot, you know. To maybe it would be good if some of them tried like to attack me, just spread out their position, you know, just like to make it a little bit harder for me to not just shoot in the same like one, you know, sort of spot, right? Like right here. So maybe like one guy could come out from that side and the other from that side. So it was a little bit harder for me to deal with them, shoot at them, you know. And I can even increase even more the odds of that, like with adding like a column here between these two to make sure this guy spawns here, right? Something like that. And I think the spotlight, or the point light, does more work here, right? And then I add something here, like something juicy, just to sort of remember that this is a juicy spot. And the juicy spot can be an armor. Yeah, like that. Also, I could add a breach here. You know, just like an immediate sort of idea of another juicy spot. Like here, for example. Some ammo, maybe. Yeah. Something like that. You know what? You know what would be funny? You know what would be funny? Just a little detail. Add a corpse on the bottom. You know, like a guy. What is impaled? Nah, not this one. Like. Yeah, that's... Yeah, whatever, just add him like that. You know, let's say like there are a bunch of very sad, unfortunate guys, you know, that were fed to these. But then they would, it should be skeletons instead of... Whatever, it works. Man, what is like? Oh my, this stream is so dynamic. I was so cold on fishes, of using like fishes in this area, right? I was like, fishes in the water. It's kind of boring. It's kind of like it's like almost like a cliche. It's so banal, you know. But then like now I'm like, oh, fishes in the water. Yes, I like those. Like, oh. Should be careful. Guy, what is wrong with you? Why? Come on, don't be shy. It's your... Huh? What? Oh, did he run away to this side? Is it what happened? Because I connected these two? Let's disconnect them, just in case. I gave that guy freedom accidentally to choose his own position. A freedom that I cannot allow, you know, to exist. Yes, one problem that I think about now is that if you spot these guys, can you spot them actually? Feel like you can shoot them like that. If you know that, if you know that these guys in the water, you can shoot them with a grenade launcher, right? So let's say you came in, you jumped down, and you failed the encounter, right? I guess I can try to obstruct players' view even further than that, right? I could maybe... not sure I could like abstract their path that like they could only like jump down like this, right? Like there's a wall on the right. I mean, no, I'm not sure I like it. I want to give like the. Actually, I don't even like this. I would say. I think it's a bit too close. Yeah, I'm not sure how to solve that. I'm not sure how to make. If the player loses, and they decide to just kill every fish from the beginning. I could make like a monster closet for fishes that they are not present in the beginning. Or I could spawn more fishes if the player killed them, some of them. Hmm. Anyway, I don't know. I'll think about that. But for now, I say it's a good start. It's a good like base ground for this encounter to work on. I will probably think about like a different way to introduce player, you know, into this area. Yeah, with geometry abstracting their like line of sight and preventing them just hitting everyone down, every little fish. Yeah, probably something along those lines. But anyway, this is our first map. No, not first map, first room, right? This kind of like encounter that has under, you know, the water. In play put in it, so I like this. Yeah, okay, so then we will move to the corridor. Just the player could see it better. And this one I could crank a little bit, right? So it was visible right from the start. There should be probably a gate, right, after this room. That maybe opens up when we are done. Oh my god, this texture. It's better. Yeah, that's a good screaming color for a door. Well, let's make it a door. It's... And it probably will be locked in the beginning, right? Till you kill everyone. Something like this, I assume. We don't really want to give a player a chance to rush. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, so there's a bunch of... Yeah, one thing that I'm not sure about, I probably want to put a bunch of enemies here, you know? Like if I just leave it as a... That's another room. It can be definitely very suspicious, especially for the like experienced players, right? When they enter this corridor, they're like, oh, there is a yeah, there is a key. At the end of the corridor, and there is no one else, and it's just empty corridor. Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. So they won't. It doesn't mean they necessarily will think that the floor will collapse. Also, if they went to the cathedral first, they will have an experience of floor collapsing under them, right? So that's with that in mind, they might like have a stronger suspicion that the collapse, some kind of collapsing is involved with this corridor. Not necessarily, since again the way I compose this sort of incentivizes player move toward the base district first. But still, even outside of that, it just looks suspicious on its own, right? Even if it's, you might think that the player might have an idea of an ambush encounter, right? That might be more like a intuitive sort of suspicion that can come to a player's mind, right? Oh, right, yeah. There's probably like a bunch of monster closets, right? On each side, and when I get approach this key, they will like spawn on me or something like this. Which is something that I kind of want to lean toward, you know, I kind of want to give this idea of, you know, more of a like sort of create this impression that, oh yeah, this is an ambush encounter, you know. Yeah, the enemies will like spawn on you, you know, kind of like this, to create this sense of false, like, you know, certainty of what's coming, you know, next. So yeah, let's put a bunch of eliminators. Yeah, let's just it doesn't really matter what these guys are. Well, it kind of matters. The target name is, let's just fake enemy, you know, because they are kind of fake, and they will spawn. Oh, they can spawn from the beginning, right? So there's like a bunch of enemies like that. So you can see a bunch of enemies on the side. And I can even try like to create an impression of like a very shitty and obvious, you know, not even a monster closet, just like an ambush, you know. Is this like a guys that hide behind the wall but sort of sticking out? You know what I mean? Like these guys, you can sort of you can kind of you can kind of see them. Yeah, what is going on here, guy? God, what? All in order, like just all this dust, right? All the glitter in the face of a player, just to move their mindset further away from this like collapse, right? Sort of sudden collapse thing. And when it will hit them hard, even harder. Well, that's a dream. That's the idea. Whether it will work out or not, that's completely different topic. Let's not think about it for now. Let's just dream. It is what the blockout phase is for, you know. It's for the dreams. What? Oh. I don't like how chunky they are. Damn it. Why am I doing this? I don't have to do this. So we have this fake ambush encounter, right? And somewhere around here, I assume, right? Maybe even closer, actually. This is breakable, right? This will break. So, no damage. Produces explosion. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I need. So, let's give it a target name. That's base. Breakable floor. So when we step on it, okay, no, I think it needs to be longer, right? Since we need to make sure that the player won't be able to like accidentally step out, like the moment everything collapses. I love this reverse, or like mirrored wording. Reminds me of this. Okay, I need a different. How about that? No, that's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and also it's lava. Exactly what I need. So this is our trigger that will break the floor. I probably don't need it to be that big. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Now we're finally getting to the juicy part. Tunnels. The underwater tunnels. It's not what I wanted to pull out from that room. Yeah, that's better. You know what I thought about, you know, just what kind of struck me. When I think about obstacles, right? We need some sort of obstacles. on our path, I think, to make the escape is a bit tenser. The obstacles can be just corpses, actually, right? Corpses can just block our paths. They are destructible. And so... I kinda like it, actually. I kinda like this, like, again, the theme of that. No, the theme is just like the aesthetic qualities of you, like, getting out, escaping through these tunnels, claustrophobic tunnels, like, tearing apart, you know, corpses of less lucky people, you know, that fell or ended up in here somehow before you. Also, I think the grid is, yeah, the grid is big for that one. Okay, so this is. What? Yeah, the tunnel is actually quite big, right? And so we want it to be claustrophobic and tense. We need to make it narrower. You can kind of look at this corpse, right, for the reference. Yeah, that sounds narrow enough. Sounds? Not sure about the height. How tall it should be. What are these tunnels? Are in the first place, right? What's like what the fiction is. The fiction is that this kind of like faction, right, got stuck here somehow, teleported or something, with their base, like their facilities that they occupied. Similar how to the knights got stuck here because they're like the cathedrals and forts got teleported here somehow, in a very mysterious manner. So it was some kind of facility, right? It was kind of building, some kind of sci-fi lab, something like this. I like that you have a story included with the map. Oh, hello. Yeah, I like the way I approach encounters, so like just levels in general, especially with Quake, right? I kind of lean toward sort of a specific story, right? A specific kind of like a fiction that the level plays around, instead of just like just a set of like some kind of like abstract, right, area field with different encounters, right? I just in general like to be more like story or narrative driven, right? Which is not a common thing in if you think about Quake mappings, you know. I think usually people are just kind of they usually lean toward this abstract approach of just making some kind of map that has some sort of suggestion of place, right? Kind of like some sort of ruins, some kind of castle, some kind of I know, sci-fi based, right? Just more of just a suggestion. And then it's filled with sorts of encounters. And I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that Quake and the Trench Broom, they're not really the tools that they provide you with, right? They're not really great and elaborate for some kind of like narrative-driven experience, right? But I mean, I just since I didn't come from Quake mapping first, and I didn't start Quake mapping first, right? I did my a bunch of personal projects before, but they were narrative-driven, and my studio work is also narrative-driven in many ways. So I kind of it's more natural flow for me, you know, just to think about the story, think about what kind of narrative and world building sort of going on, you know, in the level. So okay, all right, where was I? Yeah, I was here. I remember now. So the tunnels. There are some kind of technical tunnels. There are probably maybe ventilation tunnels, but if there are ventilation, they should be very small. It'd be like super. Maybe they definitely shouldn't be that tall. Even that, it will be very hard to sort of convey, right? Since I will be I'm not sure I want to use lots of lighting again, right? It'll be very dark. You won't really see much. The player won't really see much. So I should be. It's more like just. It's one of those things that you sort of work on for yourself, you know, to have, like, just personally have a better, kind of more coherent idea of like what the space is that you are building, right? Rather than like for the player sort of to catch it, because player probably won't. Okay, let's just. I want to just see how it feels to swim here. So let's just like make one corridor, you know. For now. Just to get a better idea, is it what I'm looking for or not? There's no ceiling. Except. It would be, oh man, I'm so sad again how that these guys, they don't shoot you when you're underwater. It also would be kind of cool, you know, that you fall down and the guys are like shooting at you and just kind of adding to the tension, right? Adding to like to the urgency of like escaping, at least out of like initial spot. But anyway, yeah, let's see. I think there's also a good chance if the player who plays this, nice, is familiar with Arcane Dimension and is familiar with sounds that the fishes make, right? You can hear them. It kind of spoils their presence. So I'll have to override their properties, I think, to make sure they don't make any idle sounds. To kind of like not spoil it prematurely. Wait, why is there no one on the right side? Okay, there is one guy on the right side. Hey. No. No. Oh, the ammo didn't spawn. Maybe it might be the space is a little bit too narrow for the item to spawn. That's possible. I definitely need some light to highlight the door. Yeah, you can. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these guys on the left and the right, waiting for you, thinking they're smart. Oh! I'm underwater now. Does it feel right? I can still behind. I can get behind this. It is kind of funny how they didn't even spot me. I probably need to make them aggro on me, right? Also, that's not good. You can see if I need to move the walls, right? Because what? There's a chance that I can. I need to make to get the geometry a little bit. Yeah, is it small? Not enough, not enough. I feel it needs to be. Like, I think one corpse should create enough obstacle for you, I would say. Okay, so we need to... change a little bit. And now that I think about it, since the timer for oxygen is pretty short, yeah, this corridor can't be very long too. Which is maybe not a problem on its own. Maybe it's actually alright. Okay, so yeah, the initial room will be, I guess, big enough to accommodate the corridor lengths. And I don't think I want to make it narrower. I still kind of play into this. Since I'm playing into this, like tapping into this idea of, you know, tricking the player, or like giving an impression that this is going to be a combat encounter. Well, a combat encounter should have a wide space enough, right, for the player to be able to fight multiple enemies like that. So this corridor needs to be wide enough. Hi there, long time viewer, first time chatter here. That's a nice looking corridor. You haven't seen it in the game. You know, you will. Well, you will see it when you will see it in the game. You will like it even better. Okay, so, but after that, the corridor needs to be much smaller, much smaller, right? It's like this guy basically is our matrix, right? So it should be probably just like 2 squares, I think, right? Oh man, I really. Like that. In the center. Yeah, that's right. That looks much better. And then the heat. Minds will be blown. Ah, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that seems right. Does it get submitted for judging after bit, like Ludum Dare does? So basically, the way Quake jams work is that you submit before the deadline, right? Or like, and then the organizer of the Quake Jam, they take some time, like to get everything together, to test maps to see that they're functional, right? There are no like blockers or something, bugs like that. And after that, they just release it basically. They release the whole package that contains like all the maps that are submitted. Usually it's done in a manner that's like original Quake, right? Where you have the start map, which is always cool because like for each Quake Jam, like the start map is different, and usually the start map is made by the organizer, and so there's a start map that contains all the maps of the jam, so you can like choose whichever one to play, and that's it. And then the people play it, you know, you get the reactions and stuff like that, but there is no like some sort of official like explicit kind of like judgment, kind of a rating kind of stuff. Well, I guess if it's like gets released on a like Sleepgate or Sleepseed or whatever it's called, or Codicted or whatever, any site that has like rating system. Yeah, the people will rate it that will play it, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, see, I'll give this 7 goals. You don't have to do it so prematurely. So what even is a gold star? What kind of rating it? A gold star? That's I'm not familiar with this one. Is it like a ready gold? in which case, I'm not sure I want it. No, I'm joking. Why did I put that wall here? What was the point of that wall? Did I just duplicate it for a reason? So if the player fucks up, right? I probably want to make it this one T-junction sort of, right? To give like to give a player like a space for mistake. If they like move left, they will lose some time. You know, they either a dead end. Which will probably inevitably will lead to them losing health. I wonder if I should put some health. Oh, I wonder. I have like a fucking fly. No, not a fly, but what do you call this? Like small flies. That got somehow into my room and attracted by the light of the monitor. Super annoying. It's 1 out of 1 rating. Max gold stars awarded. Few dead ends, few secret areas. Yeah, in this one it will be mostly linear, mostly because again of how small the oxygen timer is. I am still, maybe I should give some air pocket for the player, like in the middle. No, I'm having doubts. I shouldn't have any doubts. Okay, let's... And then, actually, yeah, these guys. I probably want these guys to start shooting at me if I try to, like, get out, right? And try to linger. So these are... what's their target names? Fake enemy? Wait, did I name them? I don't remember giving them a name. They're not. Are these fake enemies? No, these. Okay. I gave them a name and I forgot that I gave them a name. That's that happens. Yes, it does happen. Target. Yeah, I need to give them a target. I think they will attack me. They will like aggro on the player if I just aggro them, target them like that. I can just see others and betting flat. See the advantages of hand tracking. I knew that was a great move on my part. Like $2 a month for such beautiful moments. Yeah, that was totally worth it. You move with a plan. Yes. Yeah. More stream immersion. That's for sure. I'm just in general kind of sad how like VTuber scene sort of moved. I don't know, historically I guess you can say, just I don't know, moved predominantly to the 2D sort of way of representing a model, right? I mean, you still have people who have 3D avatars, right? But they're definitely a minority, I think, right? The most common avatar, VTuber avatar, is 2D one. Which is just, I mean, it's so limited in expression. I think just the fact that you can move your hands just gives you so much freedom, you know, to do things. Like this, for example. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway. So let's move on. Oh. Okay, now I see the problem actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. All right, that was very poor gamer moment right there. But the problem is that the guy on the right side, or like on the further side, because of the fog, because of the thickness of the fog, if I get kind of like ended up in this corner, what? Chad's chaos system? What did I press? Chaos. It kind of looks like Chad's to me, you know, Chad's system not active. Like what do you mean? What? Anyway, Actually, I'm not even sure why I'm playing this encounter. I can just no-click. But I kind of like it. I kind of like if you just... Yeah, this guy, if you get cornered, you don't really see him. That's a problem. I need to get him closer to you, his position. But what I kind of like is... I was not sure about how it's easy to strafe even in the water. But yeah, if you don't do that, these guys will mow you down very quickly. Chat system, yeah. Got beat by your own level. I'll be honest, it's so I mean it's stupid. It is just it's especially when I work like on say on a studio project, I don't know, on Space Marine 2. When I fail, you know, during playtest, or like when I messed up and I get killed or something, it just there is some kind of like I don't know subconscious embarrassment because you're this idea of if you're a game developer, right? The game that you're developing, you must be good at it. You must be amazing at it, right? It's just I mean it makes sense for some developers, right? That combat, for example, designers. You probably should be good at your game if you're a combat designer. But if you're like an artist, right? It's completely nonsensical, really. But it still like lingers, it's still kind of like it's still there, when you fail while playtesting your own level, there's like this embarrassment, just like very like this subtle layer of embarrassment kind of slowly coming. You're just like, man, how did I fail that time? I'm literally made this level. Anyway. Yeah, there are also some good 3D artists who stream making out as well. That's a question when designing levels. Do you tend to favor making the level harder because players are always better? How embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I mean, for Quake, it's definitely a thing that I'm conscious about, right? Because when you think about the audience that will play your levels, these will be people who like on average are pretty good at Quake, right? There's like people who probably played lots of gems, probably people who also do some Quake mapping, so their experience and abilities and skill set, right, is definitely pretty advanced, I would say. Like I remember playing watching Marky, one of the like prominent Quake mappers, him like working on his map and like playtesting it, and man, I remember like he uses so many enemies in his encounters. I was just like I looked at how many like monsters he spawns and fights with. I was like, no man, that's too much. I won't be able to handle it like that. So I am definitely conscious about it, and sometimes I'm kind of thinking about if I should make things harder. Then I would like prefer for myself, because I know that I want to give some challenge for the people, but also there's a bit of a tension because like personally I don't really interested in like challenge on its own. I'm more interested in like just like in specific experiences, sort of, specific like mood, to convey a specific mood and specific experience of just like exploring, this like weird space, this wasteland with all the different architectures and buildings kind of scattered around in this nonsensical manner. So like, yeah, personally I'm not really interested in hard encounters. I care about a variety of encounters, of uniqueness, of just a specific experience. But it is a balance, basically. It is a balance and a bit of a compromise, I guess. Sometimes I see and I think that the encounter is not hard, and I'm okay with this. And sometimes I think that I should probably crank up the difficulty a bit, like maybe for a finale, for example, for a final encounter. I probably want it to be somehow climactic, and I need to make sure that it is appropriately challenging. That makes sense. Yeah, the level is designed well, it should naturally bring an element of challenge anyways. Yeah, I mean, it depends like ultimately on your goals, right? There are like some levels, some Quake maps are just, they're definitely a minority, but some of them just sort of abandon even sort of attempting to create, you know, a traditional Quake experience. Like Kozai Order, for example, that I like his map a lot. He does some experimental stuff, really weird but super cool Quake maps. Or like, for example, another map that comes to my mind is Robert Yang map for, it wasn't Summer Jam, was it the Summer Jam, the last one? But he basically made a map just around a giant tree that was super cool. There was like a giant tree in the middle of the map that, and you slowly like making your way into it, and then you make your way up, and you make inside the tree. And this is like the level itself. I don't remember it being super hard, but it was thematically very interesting, you know. So maybe it wasn't super challenging, but it was just a very unique experience that you didn't really get it on it. So that's I think is one way to do it too. The Quake walking, yeah, but kind of like that. Quasar kind of does stuff like that. Not always, but still, yeah. But since I'm definitely yeah, I am kind of in the middle, right? I'm not really trying to sort of be very faithful to, you know, to original sort of Quake design sensibilities, right? But I'm still doing combat encounters. I'm still working with mechanics of Quake, right? I'm still working with that. So yeah, it's for me it's more of just a moment of balance, basically. Of balancing. Anyway, let's actually get to the part that I wanted to get. Yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like how it's very exaggerated, right? It's like you literally don't see the beginning of the corridor. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of cinema. You know, like the cinema hall, like especially when the lights out and the film is going. You know, the film is playing out. It's just like one giant screen of light, right? That radiates, and then the rest of the room and the rest of the like room is just in the darkness. Yeah. This is the vibes that I get out of this cinema. Just a soda advertisement. Oh man, don't you? Oh god. I wonder how bad are they? You know, like in our cinema, it definitely got worse in years, I think, because like. Right now, when you get into the cinema, you can be like 30 minutes late, pretty much. Because for 30 minutes, at least, there will be just ads. There will be ads, there will be some trailers, it'll be like a mix of both. But then, that's it. You're for 30 minutes, you're just sitting and watching advertisement stuff. It wasn't that bad, like, I think 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you just before the film, you just saw like a bunch of trailers, and that was it. But now, oh boy, that's just. I don't know how common it is, like in Europe or same. Okay, you know, so we usually have about certain. Yeah, okay, all right. It looks like it's a bit sort of. I don't know. It's like a globalism sort of spreading out and just making everyone to. Have this long advertisement. Yeah, big cinemas running at the ad world. It's when you have the ads followed by the movie. Yeah, pretty much like that. It's kind of sad because like before, like it was just trailers. It was just like cinema, you know, related. But now you can just get advertisement about like anything, really. Anyway, yeah, we get down. Oh. If I try to get back, I'm going to get shot at. And so now I have to... Oh. I forgot to fill the corridor with the water. I forgot to put water here. I'm like, wait, wait a second, why it's so dark? But it's definitely dark that I will need to use some. Yeah, let's just put a bunch of point lights just to make sure that you can see something, you know. And also, while I'm at it, let's just like make one long corridor to kind of just test the timer, you know, like how big the distance should be until I will run out of the fucking fly. I hate it. Just annoying insect. Like that. How long can the player breathe? I don't actually know. I can Google it, I think, right? Let me just Google it. Quake. I probably should have done that before. How long player can breathe? Drowning. Ah, that's actually a breeze underwater. Yeah, then the Google is not very helpful, unfortunately. Anyway. It would be nice to cinema that underwater corridor. You know what? I will use this lighting at the end. You know, the light in the end of the tunnel sort of moment. Maybe something like this. Yeah, now it has water. Let's put like another light. And for now, let's not use the corpse. I don't really need the corpse for now. I just need to sort of test how, on what kind of distance I will run out. Yeah, see, it was just like, yeah. Okay, just no clip. I wonder if Trench Group has some sort of like checkpoint system, you know, like that you can just, when you load in, you can just like press a hotkey and then immediately move to a specific checkpoint. That would be handy, but I mean, the map is not that big, so... Yeah. The guys are shooting. I'm trying to escape. Oh, that's a nice effect. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad, actually. Oh, man, we can... Alright, yeah, we're kinda... I think if I expand it just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. To the wall. I kind of wanted maybe, you know, to have this moment. It'll be quite hard to hit when you sort of just like start drowning, right? Your first moment of drowning. Actually, it might be, you know, I kind of digging this, you know, this light in the end of the tunnel, sort of as a sort of finale for this soul sequence, right? To make this, to create this moment of you see your end, right? You see your end goal, but you're just like, you're not sure, will you make it, you know? Will you make it until you start drowning? This kind of moment, right? Yeah, I definitely... Definitely taking it. So Google says for Quake 2 you have 30 seconds oxygen underwater, so it's probably 30 seconds. Let's do some proper scientific experiment. I will prepare a timer. Yeah. Let's do this proper. Let's not trust the Google. You know, we can do better than this. Okay. Oh my god! Holy shit! I just tripped my energy drink can on my keyboard. Holy shit! Wow. Okay, that was scary. I almost fucking, yeah, spilled some energy juice on my keyboard. Wow, that was scary for a moment. It's almost game over. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, yeah, let's the timer. Timer. Oh no, stopwatch. I always forget this stopwatch. Start. No, it's definitely shorter than 30 seconds. It's actually like 12 seconds around like that. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty short. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I wonder. Still wondering if it's good that it's going to be a short sequence. There are like items that make it. You can make. I think there should be an item that makes it longer to breathe. Let me see. Yeah, there is air tank. So the air tank permanently upgrade. Player takes no damage from drowning. No, that's not what I want. I don't want this to be permanent. I think this just protects from like lava, right? And nail piercer. Oh man, I forgot this. Like Arcane Dimension has like some actual like jump boots that give you double jump, I think, right? Yeah, it has like some interesting upgrades that I will probably want to use actually. The blast belt. Primary player does not take splash damage. Yeah, okay. I think it might be all right. I think it might be all right. It's a shorter sequence. So we basically, alright, so we need to end up somewhere here, right? We need to emerge somewhere on the other side, I think. You have to emerge on the other side. Oh, you know what? We can create some interesting like moment of, you know, or revenge, something like this, right? We can basically like ambush these guys by ourselves, right? Since they will be sort of focused on this side, you know. Well, actually no, they probably will aggro on us immediately. So what we can do, we can kill these enemies, right? And spawn different ones that will kind of create an impression that this is are the same enemies that, you know, kind of ambushed us, you know. And now allowing the player to re-ambush them, you know, to have them revenge. Oh, I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging it. Yeah. So anyway, we need to just. Yeah. Okay. So the road is like the whole tunnel is pretty short, right? So there's only a few turns really I can make. I guess that's why it's 13 too. I wonder, do they have like? I haven't played actually second Quake. That's probably something I'll have to work on. Do they have like some elaborate underwater levels or something? Could always have a little alcove, a bit to breeze. That's like the thing. I did this similar sequence in one of my previous maps, and that was basically. I can actually just show you, I guess. So yeah, I had very similar kind of bit. So where you have, okay, where is it? Where's the beginning? Yeah, you have this like a corridor with a very juicy rocket launcher, right? And the player approaches it, they fall down. What? What is the sound? What? What makes the sound? What the fuck? Can you hear this? It's like a beeping. Where it's coming from? Oh, wait a second. Oh no! Oh my god! It was a timer. It was a. Oh my god! What a jump scare! I was like, I thought for a second, I thought like my headphones are like getting low on batteries. But I was like, wait, what? That's I never heard that alarm before. Okay, that's really. That was yeah. If I was sleepy before a little bit, now I fully woke up. So yeah, you have those. You fall underwater, and you end up in this kind of like a maze area where that is filled with zombies. And so basically, yeah, in this maze area, you have lots of air pockets like this one. This one I don't want to really repeat myself. I don't want to. I'm thinking about like having no enemies, right? Doing it and making it a bit more linear, and maybe like again just like one continuous sort of escape sequence where you have to just like do it in one go instead of having like these moments to breathe. Yes, basically this is just kind of like a desire not to repeat myself. Yeah, pretty much. And see, like, it will be, you know, since one of the, like, for me at least, what the Quake Jam's about, it's about experimentations, right? Again, it's sticking all sorts of shit to the wall in order to finding out which one will stick. And I'm just kind of interested in see, like, will be this iteration or like this setup will be better than the one that I did before? It will be worse. We'll see. Anyway, so let's just kind of do this. Come back like somewhere here, maybe. Yeah, so we have these guys. And these will be like the new ones, right? That I will spawn later. Fake enemy 2. That will create an impression that those are the guys that will like ambushed us, right? Also, this focus on the sides. I don't even need them, right? It's okay if. We're just having silly goose time. Yeah, pretty much. I love the sort of line guidelines for killing in the walls. You mean a line guide? Oh, you mean these like red lines? When I select a brush, you know, that stick out of the brush, like on all sides. The red line. Oh yeah, they are super cool. I love them too. Like they're really helpful at like orienting the mesh, right, where it is. When that's for sure. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is just 4 guys that we will have our revenge on. Right, then the span flags start off. Okay. And so, yeah, I think I need to make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, like that. And then, this would probably be the best way, right, to re-enter back. Not on the sides. Okay, got it, yeah. That's probably the way we want to emerge. And then fuck them in their asses, you know? Classical style. Okay, how do we... Yeah, we need to orient a little bit. Underwater tunnels. So that's a good idea for a tool. Copyright me 2023. Okay. Yeah, something like this, right? I think I need to make additional, just a different layer for this underwater tunnel so I can like move it around. Oh, wait a second. You know what I'm thinking about? This light. Oh, it's the same light in the end of the tunnel. You know? It's kind of just... Yeah, it's a bit weird how the key will be floating. You know, above the water. But you know what? Let's say it's anti-gravitational key. Also, it's a key card. It's not a key. Where do you... World type? Base. Yeah. This is a key card. So it's anti-gravitational key card. And this is like our underwater basically, right? This is how we will emerge from the bottom. Yeah, I'm digging it. And so we appear. Yeah, grab the key. There are a bunch of these assholes that think we drowned. But no, actually. And now and then we have exercised our revenge on them. God, I love revenge stories so much, you know, just I guess I'm a very vengeful person. Yeah, let's make a new layer. Underwater. Oh. It's like a Quake John Wick. Yes, exactly. I like this. I like that we're on the same wave. Yeah, I think I can just actually just delete it for now. It's a little bit different anyway. Just like this is our base. Yeah, move selection to layer. Yep, works pretty well. These two, yeah, that's this one I'll keep. I probably need to make the walls a little bit smaller. So this will be like our final, right? It's kind of like this tense emergence of that I kind of want to achieve, at least to some regard, some degree, right? Of this should be like relatively long. This is where yeah, it is a little bit awkward since we're going to the player will fall down and their orientation will be right forward, right? So putting, let's say, like the X on the right is a little bit awkward. But then again, there's a good chance they will try to emerge back and will be shot at by the grunts and forces. Maybe it's not a big of a deal. I'll just keep it on the side for now. And so then you have... Actually, why I did delete the big road that I was looking for as a... Oh my god, why did I do that? So let's say this is our... This is our turn. We have like players to make 2 turns. And let's say maybe like here they have like a... There's a chance for them to make a mistake. And then mess and... get into the dead end and lose some time. This is the underwater combat sequence or the escape sequence. It is more of an escape sequence, right? Since there are no enemies. Like the only obstacles that I think about, like the corpses, they're kind of like, you know, how you literally have to move through the corpses, you know, literally tear them apart and move through them. And like the idea that there are like other people that kind of got stuck here unluckily, but you are not the one. You will prevail. You will escape, unlike those fools. But not us. Yes. Immediately. Pretty much. Yeah, look at red lines. Like super good stuff. I love this. But then we need to do some at some point we need to get down, right? To get on the lower, get lower a little bit in order for this tunnel to be long enough. But since right now it's kind of short, right, the distance. So let's so our final. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, I guess it's alright like that. I'm not on the grid. That's a bit. Yeah, whatever. It works. Love the red line. I see you really like these red lines. And I get it. Yeah, the trench broom is like just have these features that you think about and like, man, I wish like Unreal Engine had those, like Unity had those. Or our custom engine that we use at Saber had those. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I totally agree. No, I don't like that. I don't like how it doesn't align well. But I just love how can you can move, you know, is it? Wait a second. Oh my god. I wasn't kidding me. Alright, I'm definitely doing things that you really shouldn't do at this stage. I am a stubborn fool. Okay, yeah, so we have this, and then we need some. That we move like that, right? Yeah, so this will basically go down. Now, you do you. Yeah, well, I wish I did a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like the thing that I'm still struggling after all these years, you know. It's very easy for me to just kind of like start doing the stuff that you just like you don't need to do at this stage, you know, block out. Like you don't need to just do everything quick and dirty. No, I need to align everything perfectly, you know. This way. What about the water? Put some lights. Yeah, I feel like it might be a bit long actually. I have a suspicion that it can get drowning very quickly. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? To do this? Definitely not now. Is it annoying to... I wonder, do I have to like... I'm kind of curious, is it annoying to listen to like to the same song again and again? Maybe I could just like go through the whole actual OST, you know, OST of Blizzard. Yeah, it's Waterlift now. What is this? That's I don't know. Does it create an impression of some vents? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. So how do we... Doesn't even align. Oh, I messed up. Oh, it's so dirty. Oh, it's so dirty. God. Forgive me for this grid misalignment. I'll have to atone for some of this brushwork, you know, tomorrow in the local church. Yeah, just pretend they're not there. Pretend I am great, efficient, elegant, Quake mapper, you know? I mean, I will be honest. I have sometimes I think about if actually like any experienced Quake mapper just hops on a stream and how bad the impression will be. What I'm doing here. Still everything off. The only question is, how do we get back, actually? And I guess I can make like another exit, actually, you know? Yeah, since this will be collapsed. Probably have to make just a separate exit. Okay, so now we need to set up triggers. So this will be trigger for... There's like a kill trigger, I think. Max HP sets kill? Is it the one? Need to... I think this is the one. I'm just... Secret run push once, multiple... Heart. Oh, right, there's a heart one. Oh, that's just a damage trigger. It will... If you enter it, you will get hurt. Oh man, I don't remember. How do you... I think it's set kill. Let's just test it out. Yeah, let's just see if... Hopefully it is the one. I'll just very quickly. Fake enemy. Target. Wait, there is no target? That's suspicious. Why there is no target by default? Anyway, yeah, let's see if this will kill them. Hopefully it will work. I mean, if it works and looks good on, no one will mind. I mean, that's basically how I approach it. You know, it's also just a jam. You know, like it's a jam. You have a moral right to make, you know, a mess for a jam. That's how I cope. Could you make an exit that leads to jump or something? The key collects a trigger and exit. Yeah, I mean, it would be very elegant to just go back kind of the same way, right? But I'm not sure. I might like... Okay, it doesn't kill them. Oh, okay, that's... Pass trigger. Oh, there's a monster kill, I guess. Oh, okay, there is one. Alright, okay, alright. So, alright, yeah. We are saved. Trigger once. That's just a normal trigger. Little trigger, base. Yeah. Monster kill. Right? This is the target. And then they just... Spawn flat. Base trigger monster kill. Yeah, I think that should work. You have a right to make a gem-ass exactly. Yep. This is why I probably will never make like a proper map. They're just actually polished and released map, like the ones that they make for episodes, like Dwell or Alkaline. Yeah, will never happen. Yep. Works like a charm. Okay, and so this will happen somewhere around here, right? So around here, it doesn't really matter exactly where. Just somewhere where we won't be able to spot the difference, the change of enemies. And we also can use the same actually trigger for spawning the next. Yeah, like that. Alright, let's see. Smoother the butter. I kind of actually like that it doesn't keep them, right? It doesn't actually just kill them, it just removes them. That's good. Exactly what I wanted. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. Ah. Ow! Ow, that hurts. I ran out of ammo. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? Oh wait. Oh wait. I didn't. Oh, wait a second. Did I not? Yeah, that's... Completely forgot about that hole that I didn't close at all. Yeah, should work now, I think. Yeah, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold down. Hold the lights. Hold the lights. Where the fuck am I? Oh my god, I messed up again. I messed up again. I just... Okay. Alright. Yeah, that was Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I can see the problem. Should be okay now, I think. Right? Yeah. Okay, third try. Hold it down. Follow the lights. This is pretty tricky. Alright, yeah. There was a moment when I was kind of like I messed up again with the water setup. And here are the guys. I feel like I want to... I want to give a player something like a grenade launcher, you know, in this place, to give them just an opportunity to kill those guys, like, quickly and smoothly, you know. So yeah, let's put a grenade launcher here. Probably have to move the key a little bit. And some ammo just in case. Guess it won't be enough for them, you know. So there is one spot that was... Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, it was quite tricky to navigate, actually. I can easily, like, the thing is that it's just... I guess I need to lit things up, yeah. I'll have to rely on lights. Feel like guidance. And then we can actually, let's use, since I managed to get through the whole place without losing any oxygen, let's just put some corpses, you know, on our way. This. Oh yeah, with the corpses, it's pretty tough. Yep, yep. Oh, the keycard. Yeah, the keycard fell. Yeah, I guess it wasn't very anti-gravitational. I should probably put shield here. Yeah, now these guys are dead. Shouldn't have messed with me. Alright. Yeah, corpses can be definitely quite annoying. And maybe I should just even put like only a few, you know? Since they really block your path. They really do. So let's remove this corridor. There is no need for it. And the keycard should be here. Yeah. Let's start again. I'm not even sure I want the, you know, this T-junction where you can just make a mistake. Did someone just fell? What the fuck? What? 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 There's a gym. Why the gym is here? That's weird. I don't know. I'm not going to investigate what is going on the other side. This is a keycard. The guys jump down. Oh, there's a corridor. Go down. Okay. What? No, I started. Yeah, maybe it's alright to starve the player, not to starve, to like to make the player drown a little bit, and just to give them health when they get out, to sort of to create a more tense moment. Now we're done. It's these guys. All right, yeah. Okay. I think we did a good progress for today. It's been 3 hours already, and I think yeah, we figured out our base area. There will be. I'll think about the exits. I'll think about whether we want to go back the same way, or maybe the exit is just a it's just a separate, completely space. Out. Yeah, it turned out to be short for sure, but I think I like the overall, just like conceptually the first encounter with the fishies, with the enforcers on the other side, and then there is a sort of fake ambush, which is actually a real ambush, but it's fake, but it's real, with escape through the underwater tunnel. It's a bunch of corpses on your way, and then hopefully a satisfying beat, a revenge beat, you know, on the bad guys. Yeah. The real fake ambush, exactly. So yeah, I think that was alright. Alright. Okay. That's it for me for today. I think I'll continue this maybe even actually on Monday. Again, the next week will be the last, since the jam lasts 2 weeks. So I'll I'm not sure if I want to like next stream to be Tuesday. Probably might be a Monday. We'll see. Probably Monday. But anyway, I'll do maybe at least one stream of making this map. Yeah, that's a plan for now. So thank you, Triangle, for stopping by. Thanks to anyone who watched the VOD. And yeah, have a nice rest of your day. Bye.